Joe Denley scored 100 and Rob Key and Sam Northeast went in the 90s as Kent piled on the runs in the bottom of the table LV County Championship clash between Kent and Leicestershire at Tunbridge Wells. Key had no hesitation in batting first on a belter of a wicket, and Leicestershire's bowlers, without the injured Nathan Buck, would soon have realised that they were going to have a long day in the field as the Kent openers got off to a wonderful start. Kent began this match at the bottom of the table with 4 defeats from their 6 LV County Championship games to date, and one of their problems has been scoring runs. But that was all about to change here as both Key and Denley played with some freedom from the off. Denley has had some mixed fortunes at this ground in the past, having made 300s and 3 ducks in his last 6 first-class innings here. So having made a start, Leicestershire probably feared the worst, and they were right to do so. The pair were rattling the score along against a side which began this match just 1 place and 4 points above them. Denley was first to his 50, made with ease from 71 balls after an hour and a half at the crease. This shot over the slips, ball of his 9th 4. Key launched Claude Henderson back over his head for a 6, before he also went to his half-century from his 96th delivery just before lunch, which was taken with Kent on 134 without loss from 35 pain-free overs. Their partnership was the first in 3 figures for any Kent wicket this summer, which emphasises the problems that they've had with the bat, but no longer. Denley had scored only 82 runs from 8 LV County Championship innings before this knock, but he was now doubling that amount. Key too has struggled for form so far this summer, but class will out eventually, and given the state of the pitch and a super quick outfield at this out ground, he was easing himself back into a good state of mind. Last week, Somerset's openers had struck 2 double 100 partnerships, and this appeared to be going the same way. Key had reached 91 midway through the afternoon session when he was finally dismissed, mistiming a shot back to the bowler Andrew McDonald, who gleefully held on to end a stand of 198 at the end of the 48th over. Denley wasn't going to be denied, however. He cut Wayne White to the ropes to bring him his 19th 4 from 147 deliveries. It was his first 100 for 2 seasons and his 11th in the first-class game overall. Leicestershire would have been thankful to get 1 wicket, but they were then made to wait a long time again for the next, as another century stand was posted between Denley and Northeast. Northeast began this summer with 100 against Essex, and after a dip in form, he's looked back to his best again in the past couple of weeks. He dealt largely in boundaries, gaining full value for his shots in an innings which once more showed the 21-year-old's promise. Like Denley and Key, he had few problems against this Leicestershire attack, which did not have one of its better days, as the runs kept coming and coming. Northeast also went to a 50, his coming with his 10th boundary off 80 deliveries. It was quite clearly a very good day for batting. Few, except the Leicestershire bowlers of course, could fail to be heartened by Denley's performance. He appeared to have an international future ahead of him until a loss of form which saw him hit only 610 runs in the LV County Championship last summer at an average of 21, but he is too talented a man to let a run like that last forever. He broke a finger a few weeks ago too, but his troubles could be now put to bed. He will of course have been disappointed to get out in the final hour of the day, bowled by Matthew Hoggard with the second new ball, which kept a tad low, but his 143 was a sublime effort. He went with a total on 338 for 2 after a second wicket stand of 140, so now all eyes turn to Northeast to see if he could reach 3 figures before the end of the day. With just 2 balls left, he was on 99, and in trying to get the single he required, he played across a delivery from McDonald and was legged before to rather ruin his day. But it won't ruin Kent's, as they ended on a mammoth 376 for 3. They will now look to their middle order to continue to pile on the runs on the second day, as they aim to turn their season around from this point.